3, 2, 1, action. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Zoid, our fun little world. Today, fuck. What's the script? Let's see what it says. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to ZiønTV. So, let's see. What's going on today? We're launching our first series. This is... I'm Zion, in case you don't know. This is my lovely co-host, my beautiful co-host, Jerø, also known as Jerø.
Ya tú sabes.
Yeah, go look for SINFUL on streaming platforms right now. All streaming platforms.
On all streaming platforms.
Yeah. But yes, today we're officially launching our first series. This is HeadInTheClouds. As I love my clouds, my view. I hear something. These headphones make me hear like everything.
It's the construction, I think.
Okay. Yeah, there's always construction around, city never sleeps. What do you call it? Yeah. Today we are launching HeadInTheClouds. This is going to be a semi-weekly series. We'll see.
Use that lightly.
Yeah. Huh?
We're gonna use that lightly.
Use that lightly, yeah.
Yeah, because we don't know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try.
We got a lot of shit we're working on, so we'll see. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try to check in every so often, because I like checking in. I like our little smoke breaks.
Speaking of which,
my grandma gonna get mad if she see this, but she'll watch YouTube or listen to podcasts.
love you, Ella.
Love you, Ella. Granny.
No?
Sure.
HeadInTheClouds.
Oof. Listen, I'm not a pen girly. I fully accepted it. But they still get me high. So I'll take a few hits once in a while. Okay. But essentially, on HeadInTheClouds, we will just be covering a broad range of topics. We'll just be kind of floating around, chatting y'all up. Like, we're going to be HeadInTheClouds, high as fuck. High with God. But basically, this is going to be a place where we just chat about fun stuff going on, mainly pop culture stuff. That's where we're kind of well versed on.
Our specialty, if you may.
Yeah. My focus comes in music, film, TV, which I feel like we both have the same focus, yeah. But his is more, he's a lot better at like the social aspect of it. Yeah. Meanwhile,
I'd say so.
Yeah.
For sure.
Meanwhile, I post and I dip. I don't know. Social media, we understood was not for me, but hey, it's a new
okay, guys.
It's a new day.
I fill him in.
Yeah.
As much as I can.
He keeps me updated. But yeah, so what else should we say? We're gonna be in a mindful manner here. We're gonna be very mindful about what we talk about, yeah, because we're all about the mind, all about being in touch with our thoughts and really letting them come and go as they please, but never letting the bad ones stay, always only keeping the good ones. that's how good ideas and good habits and good everything really comes about.
Amen.
But yeah, so ponder with us as we just chatted up. Today we're going to be talking about, I don't think you guys can see this.
We probably can't, but like,
Yeah.
let's be hopeful.
Yeah. Always hopeful. Today is July 21st. And we're back. So yeah, today is July 21st, 2025. It is officially 2 years since Barbenheimer. It was the cultural phenomenon of 2023. I did the double feature. I was the most excited I had been to go back to the movies in so long. I love the movies. I love going to the theater. Like, I'll take my edibles. Speaking of which, we should take some edibles.
Oh, do not threaten me with the good.
These are Lost Farms strawberry lemonade.
Ooh, and it smells good.
They're sativa,
They smell
even
so
though
good.
sativas and indica doesn't really exist. It's like homogenized. Oh no, that's the wrong word. They're kind of all hybrid at this point. But cheers. Good. Okay.
I'm gonna just chew this though.
So, yes. In case you didn't know, Barbenheimer took place 2 years ago today on the current timeline. We were able to experience both Barbie and Oppenheimer in its full capacity. I was able to watch it in the whole IMAX 70 millimeter, like how Nolan intended it to be. And it was great. Felt like I was inside the bomb. Like, I was like, holy shit. But, and then I didn't get to see them the exact same day. I had to, I watched Oppenheimer in the nighttime. I wore all black. And then the next day was my Barbie screening. So, but it was like within 24 hours, so I considered it. It was literally like 12 hours from each other.
Did you watch them back to back?
I couldn't find them back to back.
I watched it back to back.
Really?
Yeah, but I watched Barbie first.
I watched Oppenheimer first because I was like, I'd rather be left with some like cheerfulness, and I knew Oppenheimer was gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, but see, I was just more excited for Barbie in general.
No, but that was the thing, me too. So I was thinking, save the best for last. No offense to Oppenheimer, but
no, but like that's why, cause I really didn't even want to watch it, but I just did it for the moment and for the whole like thing of it all. But like, that's why I wasn't really paying fully attention the first time I watched Oppenheimer. I mean, I was paying attention. I was just on my phone. Like, I was locked in for Barbie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fully locked in, but I was, But, anyways. Yeah.
No. So, no, I took an edible for both of them and smoked before. Oppenheimer was just me because I couldn't find anybody who was free when the only screening I was able to get, that was the 70 millimeter. And then for Barbie, I already had plans with a couple of friends to go. So I just coordinated so it would be the same day. But watching those two movies kind of like altered my brain chemistry, and not in the like, probably in the usual typical way where people are like, they watch a movie and it alters their brain chemistry. They're like, oh, I'm a new person. Oh my goodness, this movie changed my life. Like, it's happened so many times to me. You know, movies do that. Like, the Puss in Boots 2 movie. I came out of that like, damn.
Goodbye. I mean, no, that was a really good movie though. I live for that movie. I can't wait for that new one.
The Shrek 5.
Oh my god, wait, I forgot about Shrek 5.
They just need to fix that animation because I don't know.
Oh yeah, DreamWorks, please.
Come on, guys.
Like,
we know what Shrek looks like.
Don't do what these new things are doing.
Follow Sonic.
Yes.
Follow Sonic.
Yes.
Sonic is key.
Sonic is key.
And Mario, honestly. Mario
kind of
ate.
redesign Mario. No, right?
No, they didn't have to redesign
no, Mario
it, but like
was probably the best movie of that year.
That was such.
Was it 2024?
2020. No, 2024. Yeah. No, wait, 2023.
It was 2023.
Same year as Barbie and Oppenheimer.
See.
And same year as
I won't say
Across
anything.
the Cyberverse.
I won't say anything because
damn, that was a great movie.
Is based on Barbenheimer, so I'm not gonna say anything. But wow, what a stacked year.
So that year also was Puss in Boots, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
And another one Babylon was 2022. But that one altered my brain temperature too. But anyways, back to Barbie and Oppenheimer. Basically, if you don't know what Barbenheimer is, Barbie and Oppenheimer, two films, two tentpole films, blockbusters, yeah.
Blockbusters.
Well, I feel like Oppenheimer wasn't really intended to be a blockbuster.
No.
Its intent came from it being a Nolan film. So Nolan is just known for making blockbuster films at this point. So, but I don't think they intended for Oppenheimer to be a blockbuster as it was, because, like, when goes into the lore of like how Oppenheimer was like, almost Nolan had left Warner Brothers, right? Warner Brothers being the ones who produced Barbie, and he had been working with Warner Brothers for like 20 years, right? And going from there to a whole other studio, Universal Pictures, he's kind of like, they're kind of giving him whatever he wants to kind of create at this point. And I believe he had a few years where he was developing this film. He was reading the biographies and getting into the usual director process as it goes. Just getting into the idea of it and into the head of Oppenheimer. And what do you call it? So him making this huge shift away while also being able to kind of go in depth into some random character study that he was focused in. It was a really kind of like turn that I don't think it was meant for a blockbuster turn, especially where the industry was at the time. There wasn't really anything big coming out.
Yeah.
This is also 2-3 years post-COVID.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of reeling from this. Like this, I feel like Barbenheimer was the reason why people came back to movie theaters.
For sure.
So with that being said, it was like the fact that it started from a meme at the end of the day.
I know. I mean, I feel like everything nowadays.
It always starts with a meme or a joke or something. But what do you call it? Basically, Oppenheimer had their release date first. It was always set for July 21st. And then when Barbie said, oh, we're having our release date, they also were just like July 21st. And funnily enough, what do you call it? One of the producers from Oppenheimer called Margot Robbie. She said it in an interview with the star of Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy is his name. I think that's how you say it. I get so sorry, but Cillian Murphy's and like she said that one of the producers from Oppenheimer had called her and was like, I think you guys should change your release date. And she was like, no, if you're scared, then you guys should change your release date. And that's just crazy to me that it's like this, they just had this simple phone call that they're like, no, we're not backing down. We're releasing on this day. That's that. And
Barbie won.
Barbie won. He says Barbie won. Okay. You could vote. We'll put, is there a way to do polls and shit?
No, I saw some stats in your
oh, Barbie did technically win. Like yeah,
there's
so
some stats in there.
Barbie. Yeah, statistically, Barbie did win. Barbie grossed 1.4 billion worldwide, and became the 14th highest grossing film of all time. Which, those first 13 are basically like all superhero movies and Avatar.
And Titanic.
So James Cameron, and superheroes. But it also was Warner Brothers' highest grossing film, which is kind of crazy considering it's Warner Brothers, and that But I wonder what was their highest grossing before that. Can you fact check that? Wait,
where's my phone?
I don't know where your phone is. It's right here under my pillow.
Let's see.
And then Oppenheimer grossed 975.8 million worldwide, which was pretty impressive for a film about the guy who invented the atomic bomb. Like, I don't think anybody was really expecting Oppenheimer to be such a big hit, and I don't know if it would have if it weren't for the whole idea of Barbenheimer. It was kind of like almost perfect timing, like the marketing strategy of it, and then being able to take this like simple joke concept, like people were posting pictures about it, making memes, pulling up to Barbenheimer, like shit like that. And it was just so funny to see. Like, this is back when I was still on Twitter, pre-X days, or is it? I don't even know at this point. But what do you call it? It was such a time on the internet, and even around, like, okay. I went to
apparently it's Harry Potter. That was their second.
That makes sense. Harry Potter
most grossing,
and then
Aquaman.
Wow.
Yeah,
Aquaman being the highest Warner Brothers.
The Dark Knight and Joker
makes sense.
Those make sense too. Damn, I didn't know that Harry Potter movies. Was that. Okay.
Harry Potter break. Why do you think they're making the reboot? That should bring in bank. Too bad. But anyways, what's it called? Where we go from here? I kind of went through my notes. I'm gonna cut this part.
I mean, I think you're pacing through pretty well through the notes.
No, I know. Like, it's only been 17 minutes. Wow, 18. Cool. But yeah, so I remember like going to the movie theater to see it. Everybody was dressed up. They had their cowgirl outfits on. It was Barbie all over. Like, we were all saying, "Hi Barbie, hi Ken, hi Alan." Like, it felt like such a positive environment.
It was
a utopia society that we were waiting for. It was like, oh wow, this is how we can be functioning as a society, just having great stuff to watch and enjoying each other's company while we do it, right?
Is that so much to ask for?
I don't think it is.
Damn.
But, and then you have, on the opposing end, you have Oppenheimer, which was also such a, like I said, a weird coincidental, what's the word for it? Like, almost like a coincidental spark. Like,
no pun intended.
Because I remember watching that movie and I left it thinking, damn, it's over. The world is done. And I know this is our happy podcast. This is our grateful place. But we're gonna always touch on the little darkness, just so we could get the light out of it. But I remember leaving that movie and being like, damn, we're fucked. Like,
I mean, we are.
Well, we'll get into that. But it was such a, okay. And this is the main kind of idea of what we're going to be talking about today, is that Oppenheimer and Barbie were such almost parallel movies to each other that I think they were meant to come out at the same time. It was almost like, it was like prophecy. It was like meant to be. Barbenheimer was like meant to be the culture phenomenon it was. So, but coming out of Oppenheimer, as backstory for, real quick, if you don't know what Oppenheimer is, and I mean, we're this far and we haven't explained what Oppenheimer. I feel like if you're listening to this, you know what Oppenheimer or Barbie is. But if you don't, Oppenheimer was the 2023 film about J. Robert Oppenheimer, the man who created the atomic bomb.
Mad scientist.
Yeah. basically, and kind of it goes into that about how he was so obsessed with kind of creating the next human evolution, next kind of thing that propels humans towards greatness, and instead he was so focused on creating that thing that he created this weapon of mass destruction. And because he was so consumed about being known for this, being the one to do this, that in the end he became the one to do it, but he became the one to create the atomic bomb. And he now has this legacy, and how the film depicts it is really spoilers in case you haven't watched it up. But it's been 2 years, and I feel like
catch up.
And I feel like if you're not gonna watch it by now, like movies are like, unless you're like, they're meant to be watched the time they come out, I feel like. But like you can rewatch, like every movie has rewatch ability. Oppenheimer is one that I feel like I could watch once in a while, but like every few years, because it's a very long movie. And like it's also a lot of weighing to the mind. Like I still have ingrained the message that I got from that movie, so I feel like the movie did what it was supposed to do and the time it was supposed to. But being such a like big he was almost this big figure at the time, like for at least amongst the scientist world, and like amongst all the politicians that were trying to kind of like
he was an S tier.
What's that?
Top of the list.
Oh yeah, S tier. No, yeah, so he was really kind of up there, being able to make his way in, and we're also understanding this from a character perspective rather than the actual real life of Oppenheimer, but also from what I've understand, it's relatively, you should search that, how true Oppenheimer is. I feel like it was. I mean, he did create the atomic bomb, so that's the main point here. But basically, from the point forward of being the one who created the atomic bomb, he was known as that.
Apparently, Oppenheimer is generally considered historically accurate. Generally.
Based on AI.
Yeah, but AI just takes information from everything and
True.
just combines it in one. So it's like, yeah, AI is a whole other thing. But anyways.
Always check your sources, kids.
AI is the new atomic bomb. I'm kidding.
The phones are listening. I'm just kidding. Listen, I don't know about AI. AI like intrigues and scares me.
That's another episode.
Yeah, that's another. We'll talk about that.
Because we'll literally get sidetracked for 30 minutes talking about that.
Yeah. But okay. Basically, you have Oppenheimer on one hand, where it's like this very almost dark depiction of reality in its truest form, because it's an actual event, something that did happen, and something that we're feeling the repercussions of right now, almost. Not almost, definitely.
God, yeah.
We're feeling the repercussions of it right now in real life. So it's like,
and everybody knows the gravity of that too.
What happened?
Everybody like knows like the gravity of it all.
Yeah. So
Which
it's
is
like
why this movie was so
timely and it's so scary. Like I remember some people saying, like I remember reading a lot of like articles after, like people were calling it a downright like horror by the end of it. And honestly, like do you remember that scene where he's like walking through the crowd of people like cheering for him, and he's like an American hero,
like his little like moment
but he sees all their faces and they're all dead, and it's like he's really thinking about
crazy parallel.
He's thinking about the fact that, oh damn, I just killed all those people and they're all cheering for me, they're all saying I'm the hero, but I know I just was the villain. And that's such a crazy like
gut-wrenching thing.
That's such a gut-wrenching feeling, and a
like, realization.
You make like what Nolan does so great is that he puts you there with Oppenheimer, so it's like you feel that realization through him, and you're like, damn. And Cillian Murphy was killing that shit.
He was
like did he win the Oscar?
I don't know.
I don't think he won the Oscar, think so. But he deserved the nomination, every nomination and win. But man was killing that role. You really just felt that effect of it, and it's like this narrative of a male ego driven to insanity by his own
wants and desires,
by that egoic need to be known and to be adored and loved. And that kind of brings us into Barbie, where almost that's kind of the same theme of Barbie, but from a different perspective. It takes that and says, well, one of the main characters is that, where it's like the male, we have, if you don't know what Barbie is, it's about Barbie, the popular Mattel doll. No, what is it? No ad thingy. This isn't sponsored by anybody. Yeah, that's it. But if you see shit, yo, hit us up. But basically, you have Barbie, which is about a what's a good summary of Barbie?
I would say probably like just, you know, stereotypical Barbie, you know, just being showcased as her life, and it suddenly changes.
Going through changes. I'm dead. What do you call it? Yeah. So Barbie is dealing with an existential crisis.
Mm-hmm.
She realizes that she doesn't really like Ken, even though she's supposed to like Ken. Speaks to like most women in the world, where they don't really like their boyfriends, but they're supposed to like their boyfriends because that's what everybody tells them to do.
They're just settling.
Yeah, exactly.
For society.
Don't settle.
For society especially.
Exactly.
Fuck them.
Fuck society.
Fuck society.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can make a song like that.
Yeah, we should. But yeah, don't ever settle. I didn't settle, and I got the love of my life. But so with Barbie, you have this story about a girl who's just trying to find herself and figure out what she's meant for, what she's made for. She's not even saying, in the contrasting of Oppenheimer, she's not even kind of saying, I deserve to be known for this, or I deserve this. Like, she even is kind of relinquishing herself and her into an identity. No, I don't think it's even about humility. I think it's about almost like an unawareness, like an ignorance to it. Like, she just kind of
is.
Like,
accustomed to it.
Yeah, she was accustomed to that state of normalcy of, this is the way things are, I shouldn't think of anything different.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one thought of, the thought about death.
I love that scene.
That scene is so great.
Do you ever think about dying?
Like, it's just so great because everybody just pauses and they freeze. And it's like, because nobody wants to say anything, because it's like nobody would ever say that. So it's like, where do you continue from there? It's like, it's almost like how social culture works. It's like, Absolutely. If you say something that's kind of out of pocket, or that people might not agree with, everybody looks at you weird, and it's just like, oh shit, they said that. And then they immediately gloss over it when she's like, oh, I was just kidding. And she's like, oh, whatever, yeah. They're all cool about it. And what's so great about that part is, like, you see it in her face. Like, everybody's enjoying themselves free of any thought. And then that one thought goes through her mind, and she's immediately consumed by it. And that's kind of what triggers her own existential crisis. And then you have her male counterpart, who is... I love the sound of the script track. You have her male counterpart, which is... you have Ken. You have this male character who his main goal is love Barbie, be Barbie's boyfriend.
Revolves around her.
It's everything is like a revolving door.
If Barbie's not happy, he's not happy.
Exactly, and that's attributes to a lot of men, honestly, because I feel like a lot of times as men we kind of over devote ourselves to our lovers, or either in a toxic way, which tends to be the most common narrative, or in a way of like over pursue. It could be an over, like with him, I be over loving, but he likes it, so it works out. But that's just
I do.
That's just the way I feel like men are taught to kind of give affection, but in that same sense, it's almost an over-consuming way. It's like you're taught to kind of always keep giving, but not taught to allow yourself to receive allow yourself to receive that comfort back. And then two, it's not allowing yourself to kind of be one with yourself. It's always like your role revolves around this whole other person, forgetting that there's also personal needs and there's also needs of that specific person, right? So what's interesting about like Ken's journey is like he's going through in a way a similar journey to Oppenheimer, where he's like, okay, I don't know anything, I just know that I love Barbie and I'm supposed to love Barbie. And so when he starts gaining knowledge, when he starts learning things, he sees, oh, in this other world I've never been to, men are in charge, patriarchy exists, and we can go into whole things about that, but it's whatever. Patriarchy does exist. Ooh, sorry, woke people. Or wait, no, it's the opposite. Sorry, people that are scared. Feminism. Patriarchy. But what do you call it? Basically, when Ken learns about the patriarchy, he's like, wow, here is a place where I'm honored, where I'm important, where I'm the one who gets to be in charge, and I'm the one who gets to be at the center of attention. And I think that speaks to the male ego in all males, where it's like, damn, I get to be catered to, not realizing like that's the basic need, just wanting to be catered to and loved. But because as males they're shown to kind of be, you just have to always be going for that, you always have to be working towards that and trying to get that to happen. You can't allow it to come to you, which is kind of reverse engineered and placed into the mind of women, where it's like you have to let everything come to you. You can't work for anything. If you work for something, why are you doing that? So it's kind of like they place these two relative, honestly, what I liked about the Barbie movie is that they kind of frame it like they're children learning, like seeing the world with brand new eyes for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you place this little girl with this little boy entering the real world, seeing what reality is and the truth about patriarchy and how all these silly things come about, kind of both trying to figure out their importance in the world. And they're just trying to almost understand that to a sense of where Ken is driven to insanity by his male ego because he wants to be something great. He wants to matter. And still at the end of the day, he only wants to matter to Barbie, which is crazy because the whole movie is him trying to distinguish that I matter, that he matters as Ken. He's just Ken. But at the end of the day, he still wanted Barbie's attention and love. So I think that speaks to just like the human need for love and affection. Like it just speaks to how we get all consumed in these acts of violence and acts of chaos, trying to create something of ourselves, but in actuality we're just hurting the people that we're trying to love and trying to give more to. So I think And this is where they kind of separate from theme, where Oppenheimer takes more of like a darker turn, where it focuses on the much darker. It's kind of like almost focused on this death of the collective self, this death of the whole world, because men with power like to play with their guns and toys and big bombs. And then we have the complete opposite, which is, sure, all these men like to play and like make chaos, but at the end of the day, they're just big babies in disguise wanting some love. And it kind of speaks to, at the same time, with a growth of human consciousness on like a more stronger note, where it's asking us to not only challenge what it means to be a man, but what it means to be a woman, not to rely onto those societal restraints of you have to abide by this, men can't cry, or like women can't be sad and depressed, or that men can't be depressed, that women can't be angry. Like, it's kind of speaking to that societal truth of everyone's hiding in their shadows of what they could really be if they just let themselves be. Yeah. And I think Barbie tackles that in a sense where Barbie learns to just be Barbie, just to become herself. At the end of the day, all she had to do was just say, I'm me, and enter that new state. And I think that attributes to the human experience in general, where it's like we all have to just accept at the end of the day, this is us, we're here. And you can either rise to the occasion like Barbie did and grow into a higher state, or you can even be a Ken, kind of finding your path along the way. Because what's cool is, like, while Ken had his kind of downfall, he was able to be brought back up a little bit, and he's starting to find his own sense of identity by the end of the film. And or you can allow things to kind of take the dark turn and be consumed by what is the ego and what is that kind of like clinginess to fear and death, that clinginess to being overtaken by it. And I think at the end of the day, it's just what you choose. So I don't know, you have anything else to say?
Well, first of all, I'm just gonna good rundown. That was very clear and concise. But
I've been having this in my head for 2 years.
Agree with everything you say. I also want to mention, well, you already mentioned it, but I want to highlight that something I did like from the Barbie a lot was showing like how everybody, you know, like goes through depression and shit like that. Like showing that both Ken and Barbie, you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of shows, because you know how men usually get this, you know, this thing put on them where they can't, you know, be emotional. And I feel like showing that with, you know, with also showing that Barbie feels that way, and then them just finding their way. I like that aspect of it all. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that part, because I was like,
of course,
that was a part of the movie that I was like, okay, like we're striving for equality, not one over the other type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like that's all we all want, right?
We just want a world where we can coexist and live in love for each other.
Fucking men, like.
So, and that's how we'll end off this first episode.
Because I'm hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, he wants the AC on, and we can't have it on while we're recording.
You want it on too.
I do. But thank you for tuning in to our first episode. This has been Head in the Clouds, Barbenheimer Revisited.
Definitely in the clouds.
We in the clouds. We in the clouds. We on Cloud 11. Yeah.
Cloud 11.
Yeah. Cloud 9 is for like the, what is? Cloud 9 is like dreamers, when you're like in that mid-dream state.
Like you're like floating.
Yeah.
It's like the default state.
Yeah.
Of like.
But once you pass that and get to Cloud 10 and 11, that's when you
you're
reach the higher consciousness, and yeah. But everyone.
Then I was just telling them. You know, the more you know.
Celino and Barnes.
Injury attorney.
800 888 6220.
It's 8888.
No, it used to be 161.
I don't care what it used to
2020.
be. That sounds ugly.
Well, that's what I remember from when I was a
Anyways,
kid.
R.I.P. Celino. I mean Barnes?
No, Celino.
R.I.P. Celino.
It's the Barnes firm now. It's 108 million. It's the most boring one now.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Bye, guys.
And that's a wrap.